I want to welcome you to Pastor Blast. Today is Tuesday, April 11th. We've just come off a marvelous Holy Week with music and children and all the great symbols. We had the Palm Processional. We heard about washing feet as a way of waging war, spiritual warfare. We experienced the stripping of the altar, and also, of course, He is risen on Easter Sunday morning. In less than 2 weeks, on Sunday, April 23rd, we're going to be voting as a congregation about whether we will approve and go forward with our building project. Next week's Pastor Blast will be dedicated to that. Something else is on the horizon. My pastoral sabbatical. April 30 will be my final Sunday for a while. From May 1st to July 25th, when I return, I'll be in the office then. And just so you know, this doesn't come out of nowhere, out of thin air. It's in the personnel manual. The call committee discussed this with me when I agreed to take the call. It's for pastoral service of 6 years or more. I've been here almost 7 years now. The leadership team approved it, and the congregation ratified this in annual meetings in 21 and 22. Things weren't really right last year when I was thinking about doing this, so we waited until this spring, and now I'm confident that PLC is in a much healthier place, and we've got a really good plan for pastoral coverage while I'm away. Sabbatical comes from the word Sabbath, which means to cease. You remember the fourth commandment, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. It's really twofold. You rest and refresh, and also you focus on the Lord. Essentially, pastoral sabbaticals are so that pastors don't become victims to burnout, which is often the case. Academics and educators also are given these opportunities. It's where you step away for a season. And for me, it's going to be rest and refreshing, emotionally, hopefully restore some creativity, and relationally with my family, and also focus on the Lord. You're so busy working for God as a pastor, sometimes you forget about your own relationship with the Lord. I've been a pastor for 30 years, and this is only my second sabbatical. My first one was back in 2005. And I'll tell you, coming through the pandemic, I shared this with the leadership. So many losses here at PLC over the last few years. Can't help but weigh on you as a pastor, and also my own family challenges with our son Mark. I'm feeling weary, and I'll tell you, I really feel like I need this time because I want to return this summer to complete the work of the gospel that we've been partnering in together. So this is going to be the first of two Pastor Blasts, and today I want to highlight the pastoral coverage in place that I've worked on with the leadership team, the sabbatical team, which is the call committee, the staff, and also the care team. I do want to say, as my hope is that you will continue to faithfully pray and worship and financially support Peninsula Lutheran. This is just part of what it means for your responsibility of being a church member. Whoever is the pastor, or if there is no pastor for a while, that's kind of a way that we love God, by loving God's church. In terms of preaching and teaching, I feel good. We've got a lively rotation of preachers. Some of them you know, Pastor Brent and Pastor Joe Campo. They're engaging, they're funny. Some you don't know. One of them's a dear friend and a colleague at my first call. He was my senior pastor, Frank Wilson, who is one of the best parish theologians I know. He's really a remarkable mind for professor quality. So I hope you'll really listen to his sermons and come to his class. He's always engaging. Others are, Rebecca Lucky Shervin will be here for a Sunday, and then Ann Meacham will also be handling things on 2 Sundays. So each Sunday I've asked them to teach a class and then to preach and preside at Sunday worship. In terms of pastoral care, and I hope you know this is something that I take quite seriously. I see it as primary to a pastor's work. We've also been blessed, of course, over the years with the care team, Flavia Roadside and Jean Vanberg, and the pastoral coverage we've arranged for is in conjunction with their good and faithful work. I recruited 3 lay visitation ministers, Deb Hernandez, Joanne Neugebauer Rex, and Sharon Schmidt. They're all pretty new on the scene. We've been meeting together, doing some preparation theologically and practically. We've been walking through the list, talking through the list with the care team, and I've taken them out to meet our people in person. And their responsibility will be take communion once a month, as is my responsibility. Ann Meacham will also be a liaison, and she's going to be in the mix there. When it comes to funerals, Pastor Havala 4G, another friend of the church and mine, has agreed to provide the needed care and preside at the funerals. Please know I don't take going on sabbatically lightly. Ample arrangements and planning are in place. And just know that you've got such a capable staff. Reach out to them if there's an issue, if there's also solid leadership in place. And Peninsula's really in a healthy place right now. And let us all trust, let us have faith that God will be with both PLC and me when I'm away for those 3 months. Thank you.